Hello friends, today is Monday, April 2nd, 2018. It's the first Monday of April. I've decided this year that I'm going to do a garden tour for you once a week so you can really see how things are going. It's a good way to track things for myself then, and hopefully I can give you some more information on what it looks like in my garden. I don't have any annuals planted, but some of the perennials are greening up, so that's what we'll be focusing on today. Today's high temperature was 42 degrees. Tomorrow we are expecting up to 6 inches of snow. So let's take a look at the fruit trees, how they fared over winter. 4 of 5 of them were doing real good. This is the McIntosh apple, and you can see, if I kind of get it to focus, yeah, there. Look at the soft, fuzzy things on the end. Those are the new growth. It's happening everywhere except for there, which is the Granny Smith. That one, I'm afraid, just died. So, we'll be getting a new one. So here's the annual section. As you can see, the turned soil is looking really nice. It's a little wet right now, but once it dries up, if I were to kick it, it would just fall right apart. The pergola and the garden gate held up perfectly over winter. I really have nothing to complain about. If anything, I'm going to have to readjust. I think, got to readjust this knob up here and have this go a little bit to the left because down here we're sticking a little bit. Or maybe I have that backwards. I guess the bottom needs to move, but that's okay. Yeah, and through the looking glass we go. Let's start to the left. In this section of perennials, well, first off, this is the hedge, or this is a hedge of raspberries. The super tall ones are in the back, and then last year's transplants are here. Pretty soon we're going to have things popping up. Let's take a look together. It's still too soon, really, to see any shoots coming up. No, nothing coming up that's related to the raspberries, just my creeping Charlie. That's what that is. Lovely. It's okay, that's to be expected this time of year. But look at, these are the Egyptian walking onions, and they are definitely greening up. If I wanted, I could cut some of those off and have some chivy chives. Looks like we got a couple different sections of them. They've spread from their original spot. Oh yeah, look at, you can see the bulbs. Real nice. And we got a chunk over here too. These are all going to get transplanted into the vegetable section over there. Lots of big plans this year. Oh, what do we have here? What do we have here? More creeping Charlie. Very exciting. Oh God, I'm stabbed. There we go. So this is the gooseberry bush, which looks terrific this year as opposed to this time last year. And it is getting a lot of new growth. Can you tell if I put my hand in front of it? All that green and brown and those golden colors. That's saying that this plant is raring to go. This is going to be the third full year. It was a bare root transplant 4 years ago. And so this year it might actually produce gooseberries. We will find out. And then next year it means it needs to get thinned out. But the real exciting thing to look at is the rhubarb, the harbinger of spring for my garden. We've got the beginnings of the rhubarb popping out all over. It's just so beautiful, don't you think? It's a pretty plant. Same with the other one, which happens to be over here. Yeah, just coming up left and right. You can't kill rhubarb. It is a dream weed come true. And we have something else coming up down here. So these are raspberries. Obviously these are the ones that have been trellised, so they're huge. This is a spot where I kind of throw compostable material, but this area used to be wild tiger lilies, and that is what we have right down here. So some of the lilies are starting to pop up. Isn't that lovely? Maybe 1.5 inches tall. That's pretty fun. That's it as far as things growing. Pretty straightforward. Here's that dirt, like I said, the joy of tilling. If I take my hand to it, it just crumbles right up, which is great. That's good plantable soil already, as opposed to being completely frozen. Over here is where I stored like my little tomato trellises and things, and the bench where I sit on. This was a Home and Garden for Mere Mortals project, a mini greenhouse that turned out to be a horrible disaster. I'm afraid that plastic just did not work over the winter time, so I needed just to throw that out. But the workbench that we made last year sat out, as did other little small planters and bags of mulch, and it looks excellent. So that was your first garden tour. Later this month, I'm going to be getting some wood from the big box center, and we're going to start building some permanent fixtures in the garden. I'll turn you around so you can take a look. A faux fence will go from that fence to this corner and back, and it's going to be the same color purple as the garden gate. And then the next step after that is to put, it's going to be essentially a row of probably 1/2 inch wide or 6 inch wide boxes, maybe 8 inches tall. And this is, I'm going to get cattle wire, and I'm going to have an arch. So an arch gateway that you walk on through. And that's going to be for beans and cucumbers and different gourds and things. And then later on, we'll start with the first big raised bed. So a lot of ambitions for the month of April before I do any real planting. If I get the big box up here, still in April, I can do some cold weather crops, like I can do seeding for peas and lettuce and spinach and things. So we're definitely going to have an extended garden season this year, and I'm really excited about it. So again, this is Gardening Zone 5A up in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Where are you from? Do you have anything growing yet? Let us know in the comments section below. Thanks for taking the time to watch this. We love gardening. Happy gardening.